Now then, let's... How the fuck are you playing Victoria 3? That's something I need to look into. Victoria 3 out yet? God damn it, Link. Let me copy you. The map. And then I'll have to be on my way. Let's see here. Yeah, 44. Kinda figure that would still be fucking pricey. The collective masterpiece. Yeah, everybody's like, yep. 18 reviews and ratings, and all of them are 5-star. Why am I not surprised? You know. Because I am not, to be fair. I mean, in this case, it's at least reasonable to give 5 stars, because let's be very honest here, it is deserving of fucking 5 stars. Honestly, I had been more surprised, a lot more surprised, if that had gotten anything less. eBay. I don't know. Never really indulged much in that particular thing. There was no reason for me to, honestly. I could get... also trading done locally anyway. But 44 is a bit too much, honestly, these days. But you know, one of the reasons why I work my little butt off, so that I at some point will actually earn some normal money again. And you know, even better if I can earn decent money, because then I can buy shit like that. I don't even have to think about it, I can just like click, bam, mine. Good times ahead. And I should seriously bring that out on a fucking vinyl, that would be amazing. That would be really amazing. Well, can't have everything immediately, so I suppose. But maybe at some point. You know. We'll see, we'll see. I would actually have to look that up. But then again, you know, looking things up that you can't actually afford at the moment is ridiculously inefficient. Just gonna make you go like, man, I'm depressed now. I feel no reason to make myself depressed, honestly. Not at this particular moment, it is. Yeah, for the moment, it is getting late, and even though school is, well, a lot less tiring than work. Yeah, I kind of figured as much. I do still have to excuse myself and go and do some sleepy times. But for the moment, I will have to beat you at you. Have a good one in all of that. Let me quickly take a look who actually dropped by while I randomly copy that link. Make it a little... and let's add that to my sites here so I can actually pull that up whenever I got some money to spend. And let's see here. Well, first and foremost, on the right side we have little Terry. On the YouTube side, because you know, he's Terry, he's everywhere. Can't underestimate that one. And next in line we have the good old Crazy Red. Call me by, because you know, the sweet smell of Yakuza is very tempting to that one. Which is a fair point. It is actually a fucking fun game, isn't it? Can't say anything against that. Honestly, I have enjoyed myself with this series quite a bit. Can actually... I recommend it quite much. Yes. Next, on the left side, a ye older Twitch side, we have Little Terry. Because, you know, as I said, he's everywhere. That's Little Terry in a nutshell, basically. Then we had good old strategy member also coming by, pulling out all the stops to find all the cool links. Can make it numbers on wish list that people can buy your shit from. Like Chris did, but with less begging. Honestly, I would feel really bad about getting gifts without actually having an opportunity to give something back for it. I mean, you know, for example, let me give you a very simple one. If you are like, let's say you gift me a game. With the clear-cut idea like, okay, look, I give it to you, I want you to play this. So as long as it's not against, you know, the terms of service of Twitch or YouTube, I'd be like, yeah, that's fair. If you want to see me play this, I'm willing to do that. Even if it's a shitty game, I'd be still willing to do it, to be fair. But that way I at least can give you something for your money's worth, basically. I was never really good at accepting gifts, basically. Really doesn't sit well with me if I can't, you know, give back. Kind of feels wrong. I don't know, maybe that's a bit old-fashioned, but that's also why I'm not really... well, that's one of the main reasons why Chris's constant begging really gets on my nerves. He's begging and he's not even considering giving anything for that. He just wants people to randomly give him stuff and money. He doesn't understand that the one time he offered something, he doesn't understand that what he's offering has no value compared to what he's asking for. Oh, makes me fucking annoyed. But yeah. Just have something to keep in mind, you know. If you want me to play something, it's not like I'm unwilling to do it. Just that, you know, at this moment in time, I really have to think about my purchases. The one purchase that is coming up that I really want to indulge in is actually Victoria 3, if and when it comes out, and that should be relatively close by, and I'm not near to the amount of money I would need for that. Actually, let me check that out, because I just saw you're already playing that, and that is not something I'm willing to fucking ignore. Where's my wish list? It is. Are you fucking kidding me? That's a lot faster than I had anticipated. Yep, 50 euros. Ah, Victoria 3. Another Paradox game. I played Victoria 2 once or twice. I really kinda missed when it came out. That's surprising. I'll probably have to save up for this month and next month in order to get it. But hey, that's gonna be worth it. That's gonna be fun. Another Victoria game. I mean, yes, I kind of want it, obviously, and I'm gonna buy it. Not this month, but next month. Because I get the money for this month's work at the end of this month, and I get the rest payment from the store on the middle of next month, which is around about 75 euros or so, so that is more than enough to buy Victoria. Which is in the normal version 50 euros. Well, 49.99 because, well, fuck you, I only stand for basically. But yeah, it's gonna be fun to play. Ah, Victoria 3. Then comes the problem, because it's of course another Paradox game, so it will in the long run have many DLCs. Although, to be fair, Victoria 2 didn't have much. What do we have there? It's 50% off. Let me quickly click that link. Not bad. 33.99. I will consider that. Standard edition, that will be more than enough. That is true. That is indeed true. It is rather cheap compared to people. Although, to be fair, yeah, that's about 35%, 31. Oh, that says 31%. Interesting. Ah, Victoria. I'll keep that link. I'm gonna save that link and look at it. Next month. Gonna be the first time I actually bought a game myself, although technically speaking I did get a game bought for me just recently. But that had other reasons, sadly. That too is a project I kinda need to get my ass around to actually start playing with. I did make a promise to that regard a long time ago, actually. When I actually, you know, that was really a long time ago, because that was when I was making the original list of games to play for the channel. Yeah, probably. At least from my point of view, so for my locality out, it's 33.99, which is a savings of 31% compared to the pricing that they have listed here, although the pricing they're listing is 49.29, so they kind of cheated 70 cents out of that. But yeah, that's gonna come up next month, I can already tell you. We'll have at least one Victoria 3 stream, maybe a few more. And honestly, the problem is, yeah, I know. Probably can't get, yeah, no, Dr. Crumbs probably also doesn't have the cash to just randomly buy that. Shit. Because games like these are great, but they really do shine if you play them in multiplayer and can screw with each other. That makes them quite fun. Sadly, that's a lot of money to spend for some screwing around. But well, we'll take a look at it in time. For the moment, I've once again talked a bit too much, and it's high time that I jump into bed. Normally with Paradox games, I would be saying... Okay, what I learned from our one session that we played with Terry in Crusader Kings 2 is that, I at least, I'm not the greatest teacher, I will openly admit that much, but I can't really explain a game as complex as a Paradox game to two people at once. That is not going to work. Honestly not. So, you know, there's that. I'm willing to take the time, but this is new, basically, and I have no idea how to play this. I would need to learn this myself first. But, yeah, I'm not against sitting down for a nice long session and explaining shit, but I'll do it one-on-one sessions, because otherwise that's switching between different screens and then having to pause the game for unlimited amounts of time, basically, in order to explain one concept. Failing at that horribly. I only need to go over to the other side and try to explain another one. I realize that's my limit. I'm maybe in a direct, you know, frontal lesson kind of style, I could do it. So basically, if I could stand in front of you and show you how to do things, and then you just take that in and try it for yourself at a later date, that might work. But that freestyle teaching experience, that is not going to work, at least not for a Paradox game. Because they take a lot of time to get the basics down so that you can actually enjoy them. It's still pretty easy, comparatively speaking, in Crusader Kings to get into it once you get the limited amount of menus and how they work and what's important and whatnot. But still, that's hours you have to invest beforehand, basically. And then come some of the finer things later on, if you want to achieve something. Oh well, we might actually set up another session of that at some point, because the good thing about Crusader Kings 2 at least is, since it's free to play, as long as I'm around and I have all of the DLC, we can play with all of the DLCs. Basically for free. Oh, I have to plan something like this. But for that I actually would also need a bit more free time. Oh, time. Time is actually the one limited factor. If I had the time, and I swear to God, I know it's going to be a while, but sometimes in February, I'll actually have to probably use up the quote-unquote rest vacation I have from this year, basically, because even though I switch at the end of the year, I have like 6 days left, plus the extra time I'm working right now should produce at least a few extra hours. So sometimes in February, I will actually probably take a week off, and when that happens, I will get all of the shit, you know, get all of the food stuff and drinks I could ever need. And I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna play so fucking much. Oh, long streams, you know, like 7-8 hour streams. I'm really looking forward to that. For the moment, you know, just think month by month and try to get used to this shit. But I swear to God, there will come a time when we'll be playing, finally, how much we ever the fuck want. But yeah. Thanks for actually, you know, looking all of these things up for me. Our strategy. A good guy, my friend. A good guy indeed. And we'll see. We'll see. I might, at some point, look into the idea of making a list of games that I would like to get my hands on. But I really have to make this in a sort of concrete style. I offer you this concrete thing for it, and I'm not going to do a quiz and offer you some thing that is far, far beyond that value, because... Sorry, you know, I'm not going to ask you for a fucking PlayStation 5, or whatever the fuck he asked for. Was it a 4 or 5? I don't remember. You know, for $500 fucking dollars. I give you a fucking voucher for my own merch. I have a merch shop, don't I? Yes, I have one. I had fun once and I made one. And yeah, you can buy merchandise with my logo on it. So, you know, I'm not going to give you a fucking voucher for that, because that would be... You will not equate my quote-unquote brand to a brand like Sony, value-wise. I'm not that fucking arrogant. So, yeah. If I find a solution that I find pleasable, it would be a fair solution that actually gives you something for your money, and definitely not something crude as that. Because, you know, not like I'm not self-assured enough of my own self, but I don't think my brand's value is that. That's a good joke, though. I find it rather amusing. Heck, not even my store, not even my actual, official store brand would have a value even close to that of Sony. And I have no illusions when it comes to that.